If you visit or live in Italy, then you already know that you need a super green pass to do almost anything. This is as of early 2022 when I'm making this video. And if you're like me and have received your vaccination in the US, then you know that there's no possible way to get one of these passes. Or at least that's what I thought. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I was able to take my paper CDC card and turn it into a super green pass in Italy. But first, I need to go into a little background and explain how the system works over here. So one of the first things I noticed when I arrived here is that you needed what was called a super green pass to do almost anything in public. This includes eating in restaurants, using public transportation, or even checking into a hotel. This pass is stored on your phone as a QR code and can be scanned by somebody to verify your vaccination status is still current, which, as of the recording of this video, you need a vaccination that is less than 6 months old to be valid. Coming from the US, living here in Italy, the Italian government has made an agreement with the American government saying that our CDC vaccination card is equivalent to a green pass, which sounds great. However, I have noticed that not everybody here realizes that this is the case. In fact, there have been several times I've been out with friends and I've been almost kicked out of places for not having a valid green pass, but luckily my friends spoke fluent Italian and were able to explain my situation, and generally that was accepted. If you don't speak Italian, your situation is going to be a little bit more complicated because, at least here in Turin, not a lot of people speak English. So the way it works over here is for each vaccine dose you receive, you also receive an EU certificate verifying that you indeed got that vaccine. As part of that certificate, there's a QR code which you can scan into an app like Cove Pass, which is what I use. However, there are many other apps that will do the same exact job. Then if somebody asks you about your vaccination status, you can show them the QR code in the app, which will show that yes, you are current on your vaccines. So of course the solution would be to have your CDC card transcribed into one of these super green passes. And if you watch my channel, you'll know that last year while I was living in Germany, I was able to visit an apotheca or pharmacy and have the pharmacist take my CDC card and issue me 2 EU certificates for the initial 2 doses. However, in Italy, I have not had that much luck. I visited a pharmacy here and the pharmacist told me that that was not possible and that they don't even issue vaccine certificates at pharmacies, and that I would have to go somewhere else to have them issue a certificate. However, looking online for these places, they don't really mention that that's something that they do. It's really more just to receive a vaccine. So I was pretty much convinced I was not going to get one of these things, and I would just have to carry my CDC card around and explain to the person that yes, this CDC card is equivalent to a super green pass. However, I stumbled across a website online that gave me just a little bit of hope. One night I was doing some research trying to figure out if it was possible to get one of these certificates in Italy, and I found a website for a university in the area that obviously had a lot of American exchange students, because they had specific instructions on how to receive a super green pass based on a vaccination received outside of Italy. This site directed me to the local health authority of Bologna's website, where I was able to apply for a green pass based on my CDC card. To do this, I also needed a codice fiscale, or Italian financial code, which I had already received, as well as a local phone number. I then had to upload proof of vaccination, which for me was my CDC card, along with my identity document, which for me was a passport. I selected the option that I was vaccinated abroad and needed a green pass. Now, there are also a lot of fields in this form that didn't apply to me, but luckily the instructions tell you how to get around that so that you can successfully complete and submit the form. After I finished this, I had tempered expectations and I didn't really expect anybody to get back to me with a code. So I was extremely surprised this morning when I open up my inbox and see that there's an email from the Italian health authorities with my code. Now, the journey isn't quite over yet because I had to go onto the National Italian COVID website and enter my code along with my identity document number. At that point, I could actually download my new EU certificate and my QR code. So as you can imagine, this has been a huge relief for me, being able to just use a super green pass just like everybody else to get into restaurants, bars, local transport, government buildings, pretty much everything. I am still going to be carrying a photocopy of my CDC pass in case something happens, but For now, I'm pretty hopeful that this is all I'll need. If you found this video helpful and would like to help out the channel, please subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll try and answer them as best I can. However, just as a disclaimer, I am not an authority on this in any way. I'm just someone who is living here and has stumbled upon this, and I hope this video helps you. Also, if you want to watch more of my other videos about what I'm doing here in Italy and my adventure as an American expat in Europe, feel free to check out some of my earlier videos. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.